Good evening. It's a disease that affects 1 in 150 people, and there are 28 Canadians diagnosed with it every day. Crohn's and colitis touches many in our region, and because of its sensitive nature, it can go unnoticed. But some in the border city hope to change that. M&M Meat Shops partnered with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation today to put on their 25th annual charity barbecue. Bart Penyasik reports.
With the sun out and not a cloud in the sky, it was a perfect afternoon for a border city barbecue. But it wasn't just another weekend grill. Today was dedicated to supporting the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of Canada. 13-year-old Riley Usick was diagnosed when she was just a year old.
Sometimes I'll get stomach aches or like cramps, and you can get tired, but when I was little, I used to have like diarrhea.
Riley says she's better now, but still has to continue treatments.
I have medication, and I take them in the morning and at night, and I go to my doctors about every 6 months in Edmonton to a specialist.
And it's kids like Riley that the local branch of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation fights for.
It affects people in so many ways. It's not a disease that people talk about a lot because of the nature of the disease, but people that are in the workforce have to deal with it, and it can be embarrassing for them.
All money raised at the barbecue nationally goes to Crohn's and Colitis research.
There is no cure. No, not at the moment. There is no cure, and they aren't exactly sure what causes it, and that's why the research is so important, so they can find a cure.
It's important to raise the money because we can find a cure for Crohn's and to raise awareness so more people know what Crohn's and colitis is.
Next big event for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is the Gutsy Walk at Bud Miller Park on June 9th. For more information, visit the Gutsy Walk website. Bart Penyasik, Newcap News.
Prairie North Health is preparing to be surveyed at the end of the month. Officials from Accreditation Canada will be touring local health centres to take a look at how our local health region is doing and what improvements can be made. The officials will also be talking to staff as well as interviewing those staying at hospitals and their family members. The last time the peer review happened was 3 years ago. Emergency Preparedness Week continued yesterday as some students were taught first aid basics and more on what to do in case of a disaster in the border city. Survivor Night began in Ontario in 2009, and the city held the event for the first time last night.
No, you're not supposed to be. Ready?
For Tori Bainton, one of the 29 participants, it wasn't just a chance to spend the night at the school. It was a chance to learn and be prepared.
If there was ever a natural disaster in Lloydminster, it's something that we should know. Like, you never know if it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, so it's good to know what's going to go on if you ever get in that situation.
The students were shown hands-on skills, interactive games, and different demonstrations.
Closer to the wire. It just shows the kids the hazards that are out there. It's kind of a silent, power line is silent, and we'll show them exactly what it can do to you.
Hopefully those are skills that students will take home with them, share with their parents, and it will help to instill basically an attitude of preparedness in those kids, because they really are going to be our future going forward.
And the important thing to remember if you encounter a power line:
stay away from the power line. If you find something laying on the ground, stay away from it. Call 911 or our service guys.
Danielson believes the students can use these skills in a personal or emergency situation.
So some of those first aid basics, fire extinguisher training, it doesn't have to be a large disaster to be able to use those skills.
Yeah, okay. Turn your machine on.
Analyzing heart rhythm.
Good.
It's lots of fun. You get to hang out with all your friends and just learn different things. You get to talk to different people and about their occupations and how they are working on the job and just different stuff like that.